Alright folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're back to discuss another dismal away performance for Celtic in Europe as we get beat off Midtjylland by 3 goals to 1. I mean, honestly, in the week where I think a year since we beat Leipzig and this is where we are now, I mean, it's just absolute dismal, but that is the price you pay when you underprepare for not the Champions League, but the Europa League.
Just
Alistair,
Europe in general.
Alistair, I don't even know where to start, so I'm going to hand you over to start this off because I genuinely don't even know where to start with that tonight.
Well, I'm just going to say, well done, Celtic PLC board. You've now turned us into a Europa League laughing stock as well as a Champions League laughing stock. Because I'm going to be honest, Midtjylland, Braga, Red Star Belgrade, Kairat Almaty, and Sturm Graz. Now, I don't know about you, Josh. I really don't like to be disrespectful to the club. They're no European powerhouses, any of them. You would agree with that, yeah?
Aye, but what I would caveat in saying that, and we'll go into that in a minute, their club's a structure. Their club's a structure, now, especially in Midtjylland tonight. You don't need to be a European powerhouse, but see if you get a structure in your football club, that can go a long way to getting success. And there is a reason why Midtjylland are sitting top of the Europa League table.
Practically through already.
With 4 wins from 4 against decent sides, and we're sitting absolutely embarrassing ourselves. But no, I get what your point is, but that's what I would say to that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying how, and they'll have the cheek to blame manager after manager. The structure's no right, and I fear where where we're heading up, what kind of manager we'll attract. I don't blame the players. I don't blame the manager tonight because they've been given no help whatsoever. And we're down to the bare bones. And we're that bad. We can't even manage 3 games a week.
Because we've
And honestly, I would forfeit the rest of the games.
Because you know why we can't manage 3 games a week, Alistair? It's because we have not recruited. And it all goes back. Everything at this club at the moment goes back to recruitment. Why do we lose our manager? Because we didn't back him. Right? Brendan Rodgers, say what you want, we didn't back him. And they had the cheek to come out and say, oh, it's one person that's making all the problems. Well, he's gone now. So what's your excuse now?
Yeah.
Because that's what they do, Alistair. That's never their fault. It's never their fault. It's everybody else's but themselves. They have the cheek to sit there in a statement and berate a manager. Now, Brendan Rodgers wasn't flawless. I get that. But they had the cheek to sit there and berate a manager who, has hit just off the back of probably our best European season to date.
Since when?
Since
Since
2012.
2012, aye.
Right? And they have this cheek to sit there and berate him. Now, results probably Rodgers would have I'm not going back at Rodgers, but I feel this point is really important to mention. Right? They had the cheek to sit there and berate him and sit and say that he was the problem and their structure was great. Their structure was this and they've got this robust structure. Do you know what a robust structure is? What Midtjylland have got. And you haven't got it. And you don't want it. You just want this bowling club mentality where it's alright, well, when we're doing okay domestically. Well, we're not doing okay domestically either. So, but where's the thing here? At the end of the day, they are to blame. Nobody else. And it's as soon as we start to get people who will take responsibility for this club and know their own themselves, then we might get somewhere.
Yeah, I completely agree, Josh. And I will say this thing. For we get we get schooled tonight. Well, last night as we record this. Um, we get schooled from a club that's 26 years old. 26 years old. It's laughable.
But joke they are, Alistair, again, I'll keep rehashing this. They're a club in the modern age. They're a
Yeah.
club that want to get a really, up-to-date recruitment model with data and analysts, as we've seen with like Hearts. This is kind of a new age where they're going with this kind of recruitment. They've got that. We're still stuck in recruitment in ways from a 20-odd year ago.
Yep.
It's time
Yeah,
to
I
move with
kind
the
of
times,
disagree.
Celtic. It's
Kind
time
of
to move with
disagree.
the times, Celtic, because if you don't, we are going to get left behind. In European football, we are going to get left behind.
I
And this
think
isn't
we're
even
already left behind, Josh.
probably. This isn't even Champions League we're talking about. This is Europa League. I would even go as far as saying that this side was struggling in the Conference League. We have
Yeah.
not won a European away game, not even a knockout game, since 2021.
Yeah, Andrew's Pink Pharaohs, Andrew's
Aye.
first season.
And in that time, we have lost UEFA Conference League games. In that time, we have lost UEFA Champions League games. In that time, then we've lost Europa League games as well. It is not good enough.
And I'm
We are,
going to be man enough to admit this, Josh. If we won part of this, let's not be
oh,
headed here.
aye. Midtjylland took pity on us.
Yeah. Midtjylland.
Midtjylland, by the way, and that is no disrespect to Midtjylland because I thought they were superb.
I
I
was
thought they were
even
brilliant.
one like that.
Exactly. But that just shows the complete digression that we have got in European football at this point. It is ridiculous, and there is only a group who are to blame, and that is the board. You can put whatever manager you want in this dugout. Martin O'Neill, Knutson, Kieran McKenna, whatever. It's not going to work because they're always going to have two hands tied behind their back.
See your manager. See who a manager candidate, whoever it is, right? They'll be watching that and thinking, do I really want this job? Because look what I'm working with. No disrespect to the players and that. But it only takes, and I've said this for years and years, only takes 3-4 bad windows to muck up your whole club. And let's be honest, that's what we've had.
Aye, no, we have. But, we're always talking about no spending money, but it's alright saying we don't spend money and we don't do this and we don't. You don't need to spend hundreds of money to get good players. You need to. But what you
Audio
do need to
bag
have,
of 400 grand, folks.
aye, what you do need to have is a robust recruitment process. We have neither. We don't spend money and we don't have a robust recruitment process. So it doesn't matter what manager you appoint. And any manager that does come in here, I really don't know what I would be looking at an agent and get a new agent. Because why the hell would you come to us as a football club? And people say, "Oh, we're a big club."
You don't act like it.
We've got a this big stadium and all that. But the thing is, anybody that comes, say it is maybe like Kim Knutson or something. Say if he came to
That's the
Celtic.
best case scenario, Josh. Let's be real.
Why would you come to Celtic? Why would you? Why would you come to Celtic combining with that statement, that character assassination last week under Rodgers? Then why would then an embarrassing, because there's no structure there. There's no structure at all.
And Kim Knutson built Bodo Glimt for 2018 till now. And do you honestly think he's going to get the time or the resources
No.
every window to build the team in his style? Of course he's not.
Of course not.
Because let's be honest, they never backed hands apart from the one window when Pistol Pete wasn't there. And let's be honest, that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Well, I'm even going to dispute that. They didn't back Ange under that window. They had no fucking choice. Hudson Edward left. Christopher Fryer left. Ryan Christie left. Olivier Cham left. Scott Brown left. With most of our left backs had left. The goalkeeper was useless. El
Yep.
Yunusi had left. They had no fucking choice. They had half a squad. So they've never backed a manager.
And I'll die in this hill as well. Even the second summer under Rodgers, see the fact that we were seen to back Rodgers that summer, that was a miss. Because again, like we've said, we bought in about 16, spent 30.
We sold a midfielder for 30 million quid.
Yeah, I know.
So, nah, I don't buy it. You know, the European, you know, we go back to since Peter Lawwell's walked in the door at Celtic Football Club, the European digression.
Downsizing FC.
Aye, the European digression at this club, since he has walked in this front door at Celtic Park, has been nothing short of embarrassing. Nothing short of embarrassing. And do you know what the thing is, right? Do you know what the really difficult thing is? They seen what's, if you back Celtic and you back managers and you give the managers the tools, what we could do in Europe.
A year ago yesterday was Leipzig.
Exactly. So,
A year ago.
so,
A year ago.
take Champions League out, even Europa League level. We could do it at Midtjylland, done, no bother. No bother. But we choose not to because it's all about their back pockets. They're a bunch of idiots that don't care about you, they don't care about me, and I've said this I don't know how many times this season. They need to go, they need to be ousted out of this club. They're an absolute poison to this football club, and they do not care.
No, they don't. They don't. Clearly they don't. I mean, and the fact is, they phoned Martin O'Neill up, best manager in the 21st century, I believe, and they asked him to do us a favour. Being the Celtic man that he is, he done it. And see, to be honest, he shouldn't be here long term, folks. But at the end of the day, as long as they think they can get away with it, they'll plod on.
Oh, they won't get away with it because fans, the protests I think have been, been on, but there's got to become a point where, fans have
We're
just
going to
got
have sod all to lose.
Enough's enough here. And the complete disgrace to sit there and put a club legend like Martin O'Neill, as you say, in post to try and shoulder some of the blame is
I know they have a
absolutely fucking
director
shameless.
sitting at the press conference, hiding behind the curtain, probably.
Aye, they don't want to do it, and then when Dermot Desmond turns up at Falkirk with us, oh, Dermot is back. Well, piss off again. Well, I'm telling you, Dermot Desmond, and whoever's dealing, you have got a massive job in your hands, and that starts with picking the right man for the job at Celtic Football Club.
And letting them get on with it.
Letting him get on with it, and letting him giving him the tools. But do I believe you're doing that? No, I don't think you'll pick the right man. I don't think you'll back whatever who that man is, because enough is enough. They don't care about us in Europe. We are a disgrace in European football. Our performances for years on end have been utter deplorable, disgraceful.
And we're not even asking to win a European trophy. All we want is to
We've never won a knockout tie, never mind a fucking trophy, man. I mean, honestly, it's incredible, man. I mean, honestly, we've never won a knockout tie, a European knockout tie. We are so far behind so many clubs that we were miles ahead of 10, 15 years ago, and it is all down to that board. I watched Club Brugge last night. We go toe to toe with Barcelona. Fucking Barcelona.
Yeah.
Look at Midtjylland tonight. Outstanding. Shamrock Rovers, even in the Conference League, went away and we're about to get 3 points against Ike Athens.
Who destroyed Aberdeen, by the way.
But I don't think we'll get any of that result.
No, I don't.
We are so far behind clubs in Europe, it is disgraceful.
Yeah.
And we need people, no matter how that comes, we need people who have got fresh ideas, but they'll never welcome anybody because they think they're arrogant and they think they're doing best because then their eyes will look and go, we're making money, that's the main thing. Well, that's all wrong.
Well, I don't think he'll be making money much longer because I don't know. I digress a bit here. Scottish coefficient is falling
Oh, it's
quicker
horrendous, sort of.
than a fireworking bonfire night, to be
Jesus
honest
Christ,
with you.
it's bad. I think Finland, Kosovo, teams like that. I think even Cyprus, you were saying, are ahead of us now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen that
honestly,
pretty rankings put up. I think Scotland are below Cyprus now. Cyprus.
I think I look and then you look at all the teams in the Champions League. Talk about Cyprus, the Cypriot team
Marvelous.
Paphos go and get a result against Villarreal
We couldn't do that.
because they don't have the ambition. It's all comes down to ambition. It's nothing to do with money. It's nothing to do with money.
And
It's all about ambition.
Do you know what's really stupid and short-sighted? They don't realise the lower down we go that conference, you'll not even get a Champions League place.
Aye, exactly. And do you know what? Look at it. Talking about money. See our opponents tonight. They were Celtic have over 10 times more than them.
I don't doubt it.
You know, there you go.
Don't doubt it.
It's just, it's
The
not
whole of
acceptable.
Midtjylland could fit into Celtic Park, crowd-wise.
Aye, and I'm gonna give Midtjylland credit. I thought they were outstanding. That is a really good side, but
Yeah.
boy, did we make it easy for them as well.
Yeah, but
You
the
know,
goals we lost were terrible, Josh.
but that's what
Terrible.
happens. And I'm sorry, I don't want to pick on players, but when you start players that we know aren't good enough,
Yeah.
why are we trying to kid ourselves on that Johnny Kenny's good enough? Why?
And why has he been put in that position?
And that's why I feel sorry for him because he's not at this moment in time, in my opinion, a starting striker for Celtic. He might have been alright as a second striker, fine, no problem with that. But he's not. He's a third striker.
And we've used with wild card. What happens? Kind of Wasman pulls his
I
hand.
will get into injuries in a minute because it's just honestly it looks like it's generally cursed. But you know, Johnny Kenny is generally one of those strikers. If we had this like two strikers like Kyogo and Giakoumakis, you've got other worries. We'll have Kenny about to try and develop him. Maybe play the cup games. You know what?
Yeah,
It's
I
ridiculous.
I would call for Kyogo and Giakoumakis.
But then Forrest, it just you think maybe he's getting into something, but then you realise his deficiencies at the highest level. You know, just looking at it and go like that, right? I thought Liam Scales was absolutely terrible tonight. Terrible.
One guy I felt sorry for tonight was Austin Trusty.
He tried.
I thought he was
And do
superb, actually.
you know who I'm going to give a shout out to? Johan Mialbi. He did not fucking sugarcoat that tonight.
Yeah.
He get tore into them, and I'm glad because that was shambolic. Scales was all over the place. Tierney every time the ball went forward. But we were
I'll
just
be honest. Tierney's done. He's done.
and that's when I would maybe criticise the tactics a bit. And I said this after Falkirk, and I said it after Rangers. We are far too open. We're all over the place. As soon as somebody transitions ways at pace. Falkirk had umpteen chances. Rangers had umpteen chances with 10 men, by the way.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just not acceptable.
And I'll tell you something else. We've no physicality either. I mean,
No.
when you looked at Midtjylland, and look, these had Land of the Giants compared to us. It was like a professional team playing a schoolboy team.
And I watched the Rangers game tonight, and I seen that they've got basically the same problem as well, a real lack of physicality in the team. As well, it seems so. We seem to have the same. I think both Celtic and Rangers have got the same problems. To be honest with you, at the moment.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Hearts, this is your season.
Heartsman.
And if it doesn't, and if you don't, well, it's your own fault.
No, they will. I've said it before. I think Hearts will do it because I just think the two Glasgow sides are a complete joke.
Well, to be honest, and people will say January. Listen,
Was
January's not the time for a rebuild, folks. Hate to break it to you.
if you not seen, but even if it was not a rebuild, have you not seen this Bulls track record?
No, but I'm just saying, John.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, but you know,
It's
seen this
kind
Bulls
of,
track record because what happens? We don't do it in the summer, January. Don't do it in January. We so go to the summer. It's just the same every season. It's not going to change, and people are naive if they think it's going to change. It's not going to change until we get new people into this board that
new
actually want
idea.
to run a football club. You can run a football club properly and make money at the same time.
No,
Can happen.
it's one could go with the other, but it doesn't with us.
Exactly. So it's just one way, as you said. I just then, as I said, Kenny didn't really do much. I thought the only maybe decent players out there. Trusty, I thought was okay. His positioning was horrendous though. Schmeichel kept the scoreline down. To be honest with you, I thought he was all right. Taneki tried, but you can't. Yeah, again,
Couldn't get the ball.
the same problems with this front line. You can't just have one player trying and see if we could get some quality run about him. See if we could get a bit of quality on him. Boy, he'd be a decent player because I really like him. He's a good player, but he needs quality on him. He's trying to carry this team on his back, and unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Because I'm not being disrespectful, but it seems you go to the European level with the same players we know is not good enough, and I really feel sorry for players like Anthony Nelson because he tries, but he's
I've said this to you off camera loads. We've no forward line.
aye. His ability, there's just players there that will try the hardest, but I'm unfortunately, their ability will just limit them. And it's alright, you could have the best forward line in the world, but if your defence is all over the place, you make mistakes, it's not going to work.
We've got not one part of the team that's functioning at the moment, not one.
I was watching the game, my dad said to me, he's like, what I would kill for somebody like Albion in that team.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of shout at the telly, Johan gets strapped to the nose.
What I would do for a Johan Albi, that's what he said. What I would do for a Johan, because,
And I criticised Bobo Bald, but oh god, I would love a big Bobo in there than now. Because we're too nice.
It's not even too nice, we're just shite. It's all a bit nice and, all this, we're too nice, we don't feel, we're shite.
And we've no legs in that midfield, Joe.
It's just, if I was to sum Celtic up at the moment, we're shite. It's very simple, but I mean...
Well, do you know what Celtic and rivals Rangers are playing now? Who's the shitest?
It's the I would say you're comparing. I'll speak to my Rangers mates and we'll talk about the game, whatever. And I'm like, you're comparing shite with shite. Oh, we only conceded 2 tonight. You're just comparing shite with shite,
Well,
it's just it's just a battle.
We lost the 2 tonight, so it's...
But I don't even subscribe to that. You're just comparing Scottish football's in a complete mess at the moment.
It's a state, mate.
And I say Scottish football, I mean any other team but Hearts.
Hearts will probably do alright.
I think they would. I think they'll do okay, because they'll actually back Derek McInnes or whoever a manager will be, and they'll actually do decent Europe.
When I say do alright, I mean
they'll get out of the group.
Reasonable.
I think they could get out of the league phase and maybe like Conference League or something like that. I could
they could do that.
But I mean, honestly, it's just you've got, and then you come on the park. Callum Osman comes on the park. He gets injured. It's just you're just sitting there.
We can't even use that rule again.
No, so we've got one fit striker registered.
Yeah, I know.
To play.
And we've got Feyenoord, Roma, Bologna in Utrecht.
And all I would say against Roma, and obviously that's our next game, good fucking luck, because I
No,
watched them
it's
against
not. It's
Rangers.
fine off.
It's at Feyenoord, but good luck with them as well, because they'll probably out the floor. But in terms of Roma as well, watched them in it against Rangers, they just completely strolled the game, kept the possession really well, got a 2-0 lead, just kind of
Yeah, it was
controlled the game.
typical Italian team.
Aye, and that's what they'll do against us. So
Got a goal and then shut up.
yeah, again, I've said this: if we didn't get a result tonight or win the game, we were out of Europe. I stand by that, because there's nothing.
We'll I'll be honest, Russ, we'll not pick up another point.
But at the end of the day, the protests need to really ramp up with this Celtic board now. Enough's enough. The regression, under this board, in terms of a European standpoint, now a domestic standpoint as well, is absolutely embarrassing, and
It's
nothing will
bottom.
change.
It's wrong
Aye.
bottom.
No, I think it could get worse.
No, in terms of Europe, it's rock bottom.
And it's just, they are responsible. They can sit there and they can blame everything else, but there's got to become a point where they're going to run out of people to blame, and it's time for them to resign, to leave, and get new, fresh people into the building that are actually interested in a football club, instead of our owner come out and blaming everybody but himself. Maybe show a bit of responsibility for the football club, instead of come out
And it won't appear at the AGM either.
No, of course they won't. But what they have to do at the AGM, they really need to basically ask the questions, because this board are getting away with it for too long, and the chairman will come out and say, "Hi, I'm still here," because that's what he does. He does not care. He can sit there and write statements and blame everything else. I'm sorry, nobody's buying it. Desmond, nobody's buying it. Time for change at this club. And that is my final thoughts. Time for change at this club, because the European regression has went on for far too long, and enough is enough.
And if he had Celtic at heart like you claim, he would stand down.
Celtic at heart. Celtic at heart doesn't turn up to his AGM, doesn't turn up to games, by the way. Fucking Celtic at my arse. Honestly, I mean...
I said if he had Celtic at heart.
No, but that's what he claims. That's what he claims to say, that he's got Celtic at heart. Fuck off, man. Honestly, I mean...
Money at heart, man, like.
Money at heart. No, but you can make money and still run it, as we said, run a successful football club, but they just don't want to. They just don't want to, and that's it. But that is what it is. But I'm going to wrap it up there for tonight's video. We'll be back probably Saturday with build up to that game against
4 o'clock kick-off, why I don't know.
But until then, we'll speak to you later. Sack the board. If you could please like and subscribe as well, really appreciated. But until the next time, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hail, hail.